How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to Central New York this lovely Wednesday. Hope you're having a good day wherever and whenever you are at. Thought I'd hop on here right quick for a little in-motion video if they just finished a lunch break here. Thought I'd jabber at you a little bit for funsies. And talk about how I found a casino at the base of a mountain here in New York State. I mean, really, it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. It's like, oh, it's like this mystical location in the middle of nowhere. But it kind of felt that way to me. I don't know, it's just straight up silly, but you know, whatever. These days, we could all use a little bit of silly to keep the sad away, depending on how we're feeling. But anyway, so I'm cruising along, and I forget where I was in southwest central New York State, I believe. I was in the Seneca Nation, if any of you are familiar with that, and came across a casino at the base of a mountain. Beautiful, beautiful building, as you would expect. But also, it was just unusual because it was literally in the middle of nowhere. So I paused, let a couple of semi-trucks run me over right quick. Joys of construction zones. Oh, hey, one of them let me go. Much appreciated, friend. As soon as I get straightened out here, he gets a 2-flash on the hazards to say thank you. Anyway, so found a casino, beautiful building, and it did resemble, in a way, like it had that feel of an oasis in the desert, except it didn't have truck parking, so it really doesn't qualify it as an oasis to me. But if you are someone who enjoys the casino life somewhere on Interstate 86, southwest central New York State, there is a casino right off the interstate. It's beautiful. What really struck me, though, about this particular casino wasn't so much the casino itself or how it looked or who was operating it. It was the scenery that surrounded it. Just an absolutely gorgeous area of New York State is where this casino was located. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Because it was at the base of a smallish mountain. Wasn't quite in the base of a valley. It was still kind of up a little bit, because they had to climb a bit of a hill to get there. And then on the north side of the interstate, the terrain tapered down, or it trended downward, a downslope, and then it actually met a flat, if I remember correctly, a flat little piece. Maybe there was a lake, I do forget. I probably should have looked around a little bit more, but I had to watch the road. And then off in the distance, there were a couple of open-ish fields, and then smallish mountains beyond that. So really just a very beautiful, very idyllic scene. And definitely worth the drive, because the light just happened to be right. It just happened to be the right part of mid-morning. Late morning. Late morning. The sun was just right, so everything just had a really nice cast to it. And it was just a beautiful scene. Which is one of those things that illustrates a benefit to being a truck driver, is that you get to see a ton of stuff. There's just so much you get to see. And I know other trucking YouTubers have talked about this in the past. I know Driven Trucking has talked about it. If you haven't seen his channel, check him out. front of a semi truck, put your fuel pedal down, and go. We don't want to deal with you screwing up our cruise control. We don't want to deal with you anywhere near us. You've got a much better power to weight ratio than we do. Utilize it, and GTFO. Thanks. And that is your PSA for the day. Anyway, so, seeing stuff, that's the benefit. But as a bunch of other folks, I'm sure, have already gone into, seeing things, beautiful scenery, different natural vistas, driving through or around beautiful skylines of different cities is not the same as visiting those things, those places, and really taking in the full aura of the tableau, the view, the area, whatever term you choose to use there. That is the downside, because we've got to either get to there to get unloaded and then get out to get reloaded somewhere else, or go from dock to dock and then get right back on the road, or find a truck stop that's usually going to be outside city limits to shut down for the night, get your 10-hour break in, hit the road the next morning. That's the downside. I have been, as a truck driver, I have been to, I think it's now 35 states. Might be 40 states, actually. I need to go back and check, but I think it's somewhere between 35 and 40 states that I have been to as a truck driver, hauling revenue freight. But as far as visiting those states, I haven't done a lick of that, but that comes with the job. Seen a lot of places I like to visit, like go take a weekend to, I don't know, Omaha, Nebraska, because why not? It seems like a nice city. Or somewhere in Ohio. You know, there's a lot of nice areas in Ohio. Somebody might laugh at me for saying that. Nice areas in Ohio? Come on, man. It's just cornfield. Yeah, so is Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa, and most of Wisconsin. Doesn't mean there's not nice areas there. New York State has really been an impressive place for me to do a lot of work in. Earlier this year and late 2020, most of my work in and around New York State consisted entirely of going to and from Buffalo and the Buffalo area, then heading back towards Chicagoland. But since changing carriers from Werner to who I am with now, done a lot more work deeper into New York State. I've been to Syracuse, Buffalo, Watertown, Saratoga. That was an interesting visit. Well, delivery, I guess you could say. Because Saratoga, New York is it's a gorgeous, gorgeous city. If you've never been to Saratoga, New York, and you want to go somewhere that's kind of colonial, but not super insane, but still has kind of that old world charm, a little bit of Victorianism to it, I guess you could say, or just, some preserved aspects of very classic Americana. Saratoga is a great place to visit. I made the mistake of not following my GPS. No, I put the wrong address in my GPS. I needed to go to a different address, but I had put the wrong, road classifier. I put street instead of road down, so the GPS took me right into the heart of Saratoga, and so I'm, the big idiot driving a semi-truck through a downtown area that, while it was not illegal for me to be there, it definitely was not a good place for me to be, because maneuvering was tight, and it was a weekend, and the place was just hopping. Folks were out, they were enjoying the day, having fun, visiting shops, dining out, you name it, because they were kind of getting out of their COVID nonsense. They're moving back to more traditional life. Oh, shut up. No, you are not going to hit the bridge. It's fine. All's returned. You're good. Yeah, that's the one downside of having an older fleet truck, is that the radar wasn't patched or optimized to recognize, oh no, it's a bridge. I can not trigger the cruise cutout on that, or that road sign is actually a road sign. I'm not going to worry about hitting it. It's fine. I'll leave the cruise control alone, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, you get to see a lot of stuff. You find the occasional casino at the base of a mountain, and then you discover places you might like to visit at some point down the road when time allows, or you're resetting at the right time, and you can take a moment or a day and Uber in somewhere, or whatever the case may be, rent a car, however you choose to do it. So occasionally it does happen. I know some drivers deliberately plan their 34-hour resets around visiting certain cities. Like there's one gentleman I was talking to about a month or two ago. He said, yeah, I would end up in Las Vegas every other weekend, and so I just do my 34-hour reset in Las Vegas and hit the strip. All right. No shame in that. No disrespect either. If you can plan that kind of reset, why would you not? Because it's Las freaking Vegas. Just don't be stupid and you're good to go. Anyway, there's my amusing-ish story of the day. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Hope you are enjoying the onset of fall. Hope all goes well for you.